Let's give it a third time's the charm, Ms. Barbara.
Okay.
This time it's got to work. Hi, I'm Dan Wilkerson, the Director of Educational Technology at American Academy Casablanca, soon to be American Academy Morocco. And this is
Barbara Wilder, second grade teacher, American Academy of Casablanca.
And we're here to show you how to use Google Calendars. This is going to be a very basic video where we just show you how to get into it, how to make a calendar, make some events, and a few other little tricks. There'll be other videos showing more advanced uses of Google Calendar.
Are most people using this, Dan? Are most people using the
Well,
school Google Calendar now?
I really don't think so. We are trying to push people to use it because we enhance our communications throughout the staff as we're becoming a bigger school.
Honestly, I'd recommend it. It makes my life so easy. Even knowing what other people are doing. Not being nosy, but just knowing what other people and what's on in the school, it helps.
It's showing its use to me a lot lately. Okay, so let's get started. First thing, to get into Google Calendars, you need to go to your Gmail account or your school Gmail account.
Yeah.
And we can do that at gmail.com. And once you've logged into your school account, you should see this little tic-tac-toe board up here. When you click on it, you get all your Google Apps for Education. And we are looking for Calendar. So we find this icon, we click on it, and in a moment, we have our calendar. Now, first thing we are going to talk about are the views. We are on a weekly view here, Sunday through Saturday, and you see this is a Friday.
Yeah.
And it's highlighted here. These are the events this morning. This is what events look like, these little boxes. Notice this red line here. It's hard to tell it, but if you follow over, it shows us that it's coming up on 4 o'clock.
4:03.
And it's a little bit past 4, isn't it? We better hurry up. You've got to catch a bus.
I do have a bus to catch.
All right, so we have other views here. We can go to the day view. There's our red line again. We're just after 4, and notice it's broken down by hours now. And we're past 10 o'clock in the morning, so we can't see my morning events. I can scroll up to see that meeting I had this morning.
Okay.
And you scroll down. We can go to month view. This is the view I find probably the most useful to me. And again, the 13th is highlighted here.
Neatly visible.
And
visual, not visible.
Visual, yes.
Neatly visual.
I like to think a whole month at a time, personally.
I don't have many months left, so.
Oh, well, when you get on the Google Calendars, you'll have infinite months available to you. And you can also go to a 4-day view. It gives you the current day and the next coming 3 days. And we have an agenda view also, which shows you today and the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days worth.
Okay.
With just events, no grid. Over here's another quick way to change your view. You can highlight weeks. If you only want to see 2 weeks worth of time, you click on it, and in the main viewing area you see just those days. Right. I think so too.
I do.
What I want to show you now is how to make a calendar. When you get your account, you will get a default calendar that is under your username. In my case, it's Daniel Wilkerson, and yours it's
Barbara Wilder.
Very good.
Gosh, that's neat.
You want to make a new calendar. Let's say
if you had a club or something.
Yeah, a club or right. So come over here and you do it here. Don't use this create button. That's for creating events. You come down here to my calendars. Create new calendar. And you get a form to fill out. Maybe we call it my club.
Yeah.
And you put in a description, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. And you can fill all this out. In here, we have a option to share the calendar with others. Maybe I don't want to share it. I just want to share it with myself or one other person. I would use this area to put in there. I'll share it with you, Barbara.
Okay. So if we were running a club together, we could just be the two that have the names of kids, dates.
So I put your name in there. I don't know if we can see it. I think scroll down now. I see your name here.
Yeah.
And I can assign you rights.
Okay.
Like if I want you to be able to manage it and let other people share, or maybe just schedule events, because I don't trust you with who you would share it with.
Gosh.
So I can play with those and adjust it. That's for one person. If you want to make a calendar that visible to the whole public, you would click up here. And
Public, you mean in the whole school, or public with parents?
That's a good question, Ms. Barbara, because on your private Google account, if you make it public, it's truly public to everybody.
Yeah,
Here within AAC, certain documents and certain calendars, depending on how it's set up, are only visible to AAC account holders. Set this up the way you need it or want it, and then you have to click on Create Calendar. And when you do it, you wait a second. And did it do it?
If you didn't click on Create Calendar, you've just lost your work.
There. Sometimes it takes a while for things to happen. This is all cloud-based, which is interesting. Yes. Over here on the right-hand side where it says My Calendars, these are calendars that I have created. And notice I now have My Club, and it's highlighted in pink.
Pink Club?
It's the Pink Club. You can change that, of course. You can edit this calendar here with this little triangle. Go in. There's all sorts of settings to play with. Let's turn it to red. And now I have a red My Club. Calendars that other people create that are linked to you will show up under Other Calendars.
Okay.
And we'll talk a little bit about that later. Let's go to My Club. I only want to look at My Club right now. Notice both my default calendar and My Club are in color. That means I'm looking at both of them right now.
Okay,
They're like overlaid on top of each other.
Yeah, I get that.
Like layers in a Photoshop thing.
I get that.
You get that.
Laid on top of one another. I get that.
You get that.
I do get that.
The laying on top,
The laying
and the
on
transparency,
top.
except certain things.
Yes, Mr.
Up
Daniel,
here.
try not to leave me because...
Okay, you've got to catch a bus, don't you?
No, not that.
You really want to catch a bus
No,
at this point, I'm sure.
I'm trying to be polite.
Trying, yes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not my mind isn't working.
What's confusing is sometimes you get many of these highlighted.
Okay.
And like it's confusing, and you don't want to see all this.
We don't need all the superfluous
Oh my gosh, look at this. It's getting overwhelming. So, I want to just see My Club. What you can do, instead of having to click them all off, you can just come here and go Display Only This Calendar.
Simply enough.
Bang. Now remember, this is the brand new calendar. There's nothing scheduled on it,
Makes
so
it look
it's
very sad,
it's a
doesn't it?
blank, empty calendar. Now I'm going to go to Monthly View. And look, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and there's nothing on there.
Truly
Speak
sad.
of sadness.
That's why we're dressed in black today.
This is our black day. So I would like to schedule an event on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So what I can do, there's actually several ways to do this, but we're keeping it simple here. Click on the day.
Yeah.
This pops up. You call it, let's call it a party. We're going to have a Valentine's party, Ms. Barbara.
Yeah.
So I call it Party. And I create the event.
Okay.
Now look, there's a red bar on the 14th. It says Party. If I want to go into that, I can double click or click and then hit Edit Event. And you're going to change the name if I want. I can put in information about where. My office.
Yeah.
Yay.
Can you be very precise with the time as well?
Yes, you can. Now notice this is an all-day event at the time, but I only want to have my party for 45 minutes, let's say. So I click here, and now I get these time options. Let's say I want to start it at, you can either pick these times or type in an exact time. Let's say start at 9 a.m. It gives you an hour automatically, but let's say I want to change it to 9 or 10:36 or some crazy time like that. Oops, got too many zeros there. Take out those zeros. 10:36 a.m. Description.
Celebration.
Celebrate. Period. Bring ice.
Yeah.
Exclamation mark. Okay, and here you can change the colors again. There's lots of, here I can invite people to my event. I will invite you again, Ms. Barber. Even though you have a view of
I've right
this,
to see them.
I will Just make sure this will send an email to you giving you the time and place in the description, and you can add as many people as you like. All right, now make sure you save your event edits. Now it's asking me, do you want to send invitations? And I will send you, and when you get on your email next time, there should be a little note about my party. Okay. Notice it's not a red bar anymore, it's just text. That indicates it's a limited event. It's a time-limited event. It's not an all-day thing.
Okay.
All right. Now, let's say I'm really getting to be social.
A party animal.
A party animal. I want to have parties every Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say repeat this. And I can repeat it weekly. And I give you some other options. You do it once a year, or you can do it monthly, weekly, every Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, every week, Monday through Friday, daily. I'm just going to stick with it. Typical weekly. You can also go in and just, if you have some weird thing, you know, like you do it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Saturdays, you can pick days like that. Now I have to decide, am I going to party for the rest of my life on Saturdays?
Maybe just till the end of school.
Maybe to the end of school. So we come in here and you can pick the day that you want this series of parties to end. And I'll just pick this Saturday, June 6th will be the last of my partying days.
Oh.
Sad, isn't it?
Very sad.
And we say done. Now, again, I have to save my changes. Do I want to send an update to you?
Yeah.
Sure. Now you know every Saturday you can come to my office at 9 o'clock in the morning and have a party.
Gosh.
And notice it's now propagated. And you can even go in and edit particular parties now.
Instead of bring ice, it could be bring chips or something like that.
Yes, let's change it to chips. And we say save, and it's going to ask me on this event only, on all the events, so on and so forth. Let's just say this event only. And I send you another. Your email box is going to be full of my emails.
It makes me sound popular.
Yes.
Feel popular if I've got a full box
of my stuff. So that's a real quick overview of the basics of Google Calendar. Hopefully that'll help people get familiar and start using it. There's a lot more neat tricks and things like that.
No, I've learned.
Good.
I was using it. I'm a convert.
I was worried you couldn't learn. That's it. Thank you for your time, and we'll have another video shortly with more tricks with Google Calendars, advanced stuff, and other Google applications for education coming soon to
a channel near you.
TV monitor near you, or whatever these things are called. Computers, I think they're called these days. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, let's see if this worked.